Howdy, folks. Kevin here. Oh, what are you going to talk about tonight? I was reading online again, and we need to go back to teaching government and economics in school. Because, quite frankly, most of the folks that are running around today don't understand how any of that stuff works. I was watching somebody talking about taxes and how taxes aren't that high. How we pay low, and there are a lot of people that should pay more. You know, that old routine. Anyway, I'm smoking an Alec Bradley Black Market, and anyhow, folks have no idea what happens with taxes. You know, just think about one little thing. Any little thing that you could do to the government or with the government. This is Starlight Distillery peach whiskey. You guys have heard me say I'm not a fan of a lot of flavored stuff, but we'll give anything a try once. It's going to be more than once since. Anyway. Get a finger or so in there. Alright. Anyhow. Let's just think about one thing. Say I want a piece of paper. Something that's been filed with the government, recorder's office, or county clerk, or whatever it is. Now, we all pay taxes in some way, and there are thousands of taxes that we don't call taxes, but they're taxes, you know, anyhow. But let's say I've got all my state income tax, my federal income tax, and part of that comes back to the state for things. As long as the state doesn't make the federal government happy, because then they think they need to hold that captive. Dogs are going insane out there. But anyhow, all of our taxes go to pay for all of those things. So let's say I drive into town and I want to get a piece of paper, something that's been filed, like I said. I drive to whatever county office has this piece of paper. And now, all those roads that I just drove on, those were paid for by taxes. That piece of property that county office or city office or state office, whatever office you want to call it, that was all paid for by taxes. The building itself was paid for by taxes. The utilities that building uses are paid for by taxes. All of the folks working inside the building, their salaries are paid by taxes. All of the office equipment and supplies and all those things that are inside the building with the folks that are working in there, we're all paid for by taxes. So I trot my little tail into this office and I go, hey, I need a piece of this paper and I need a notarized copy. And so they take the government employee who's paid for by taxes, goes and gets this thing from wherever it's at, whether it's on a computer or in a book or wherever it is, and they run it through a piece of machinery, or a printer or a copier or whatever, and get me a copy of that, and then they slap the little notary stamp on it, which was paid for by taxes, and the notary was paid for by taxes, and like I said, that person working there was paid for by taxes. The paper was paid for by taxes. The ink was paid for by taxes. Now we've gone through all this. We've wasted a bunch of time to do it. And they're going to say, Romulus, quit barking. I don't know why the dogs are barking. They're going insane. And one of them's in here with me. Anyhow, what happens is they go, hey, that'll be $20 for that piece of paper. Oh, and we notarized it. That's an extra 10. Now, he just gave him $30 for all the stuff that the taxes have already paid for. The government is absolutely the biggest. You know, they like to say windfall profits. That's the government. It's one of those. They don't do a lot for the taxes that they take from the citizenry, and they don't do a lot in return for that. And they just decide when they're going to take more, when they ain't going to take more. And all taxes work that exact same way. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do about this, folks. Good luck in the election, I guess. Anyhow, the peach whiskey was not bad. I'd do it again. And I'm gonna, since I got a whole bottle. The Alec Bradley Black Markets, you guys have seen me smoke these many times before. It's one of my main go-to cigars. So I would do that again. Other than that, I hope to see y'all in the woods. Have a good night.